Monorants, the only boys rewatch podcast that refuses to change its intro gag. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and with me is my co-host and master of none, Kira.
Hello!
And now, as we promised yesterday, we're back to talk episode 2 of season 3, The Only Man in the Sky.
Yes.
And probably get fairly fucking sidetracked along the way.
Oh, yes.
Because there was a lot going on in this episode.
Yeah, no, lot going on.
Mostly fairly on one side and the other.
Yeah, no, it's
boys and the Seven side of things, the Vought side of things.
Yeah, well, it's Homelander's birthday. It's his special day.
Yeah, specialty.
Yeah.
Blink if you want to wish me happy birthday.
Oh God, she's giving him the silent treatment.
Well, the increasingly silent treatment.
Yes. Yeah, it's Homelander's special day, and he's gonna make the most out of it.
He certainly tries to make the most out of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't go the way that he'd like, I'd say.
No, and he throws a giant tantrum.
Oh yeah, it's one hell of a tantrum he throws at the end of the episode, but we'll get to that in due time.
You've got Hughie recovering from this massive revelation at the end of episode 1.
I don't know if recovering is the word I use. Maybe like collapsing.
Yeah, freaking out.
Like it's kind of shattered his
actually,
world.
in fairness, he's quite calm and collected about the whole thing. Like he's not.
Well, yeah, it's the Hughie of season 1 probably wouldn't have been quite so proactive in his freak out. But he has definitely taken a knock.
Yeah, and you see that kind of when he's saying Vicky was my friend. Like it's the betrayal more than anything. I think that's gotten to him.
Yeah.
And then you've got the boys
chasing down Soldier Boy.
Yeah, and all those various leads involved in that.
And poor MM still not having a particularly good time.
No, and MM is very interesting to watch this season.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely probably talk a lot about MM this episode.
Every time MM is on screen, my heart breaks.
Yeah, like I know I said I wanted more MM and MM's backstory, but I'm nearly kind of sorry I asked for it now because MM's breaking my heart.
MM's backstory in the comic book is fucking tragic.
Oh, it is, yeah.
It's the one backstory that I kind of hoped that they would change up. Because it makes me so sad, and I know that's incredibly selfish to be like, I don't want to see that because it hurts my soul, but I don't want to see it because it hurts my soul, and I can't cope with that. I'm too emotionally invested in these characters to see them get hurt.
Yeah, and I mean, nobody was going to have a good reason for getting involved with the fight with Vought.
His is so sad.
But it's just it's not even his backstory that's heartbreaking. It's just
how it's affecting
him.
Yeah,
but we're definitely going to talk a fair bit about that later.
I have to get myself ready for that because that's going to be.
Need to gather yourself back up, do you?
Yeah, I'm going to need to open up my phone and look up some pictures of cute fuzzy kittens and stuff.
Well, have them at the ready for when we get to the MM section later.
No, it's okay. I'll just be scrolling through TikTok looking at kittens.
But for the meantime, we'll go for one of our normal summaries then, will we? It's the big man's big day and nothing is going Homelander's way, as it's less birthday cake and more just desserts. Starlight shows Supersonic how to make waves, Hughie does some digging on Nadia, and MM does some soul searching. Meanwhile, Frenchie and Kimiko track down the Crimson Countess at Vaughtland, and Butcher chases Gunpowder to get a very unexpected lead on Soldier Boy.
Meanwhile,
at the Hall of the Super Best Friends. I'm going to have to put that clip in somewhere. I'm not going to give anybody any more context.
Meanwhile.
But yeah, just can't hear Meanwhile without following it in my head.
So where are we starting? Where do we start?
Let's start at the very beginning. Which is Not Without My Dolphin.
Not Without My Dolphin.
Our favourite punching bag, the Deep.
Oh, the Deep. And Billy Zane.
Who's punching back for a change.
Yes, and also Billy Zane, who I'm loving because he was in season 1 in the really bad Pop Claw films.
Yeah.
And Billy Zane has a great sense of humour, and I love the fact that he is so willing to take the piss out of himself.
If you go into the X-ray for this episode, there's a ton of in-world trivia and then just kind of normal trivia.
Yeah.
But one of the bits of trivia was that Billy Zane is a big star in Vought films in the world of the boys.
Yeah, no, he does seem to be
But yeah, we've seen him
if you're
at
on
VaughtCon.
Yeah.
And we saw him in, what was it, Terminal Beauty? Was that the
Pop
Claw series?
That was the Pop Claw series, and he's been in a lot of other ones.
And now he's in Not Without My Dolphin.
Not Without My Dolphin.
The deep story about leaving the church.
And it's so wonderfully overacted.
Oh, God, yeah, of course.
Yeah. I suppose you'll leave me no choice but to run. Don't tell him! What sort of timeline? I don't know. We don't get that channel here.
Hallmark?
Yes. There's a few of them, I think.
Oh, no, we don't.
I believe.
We don't get those kind of shitty made-for-TV. Well, we get some of them over here, but we don't have channels dedicated to them anyway.
So, yeah, it's. I'm assuming it's one of those terrible ones.
Yeah, daytime made-for-TV movie.
Yeah.
The title is just a stroke of genius. I love it.
Not Without My Dolphin.
And that's then, after that, we get our first hint of what's to come with the ad for Homelander's birthday bash.
Oh.
Featuring Dame Judi Dench, no less.
I expected it to turn into a complete murder face, fucking birthday bonanza NASCAR style event, and it kind of goes that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's, again, with the X-ray, apparently every year at Homelander's birthday bash, Black Noir plays a particular Mozart.
I was thought you were going to say he was going to come out and play like water glasses or something.
No,
he
plays a particular Mozart piece, but I'm pretty sure they said it on keyboard. And then
I want to see that.
I know. I was a bit disappointed it wasn't in the episode. And then Vought cooks the world's biggest cake and cuts it and gives it out to the people of New York, apparently. So it's a big yearly event.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not weird at all.
The giant cake thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wanted to see Black Noir.
Yeah,
play keyboards.
Yeah. Well, I'm just happy to see Black Noir do anything that's not kill. Well, I'm actually quite happy to watch him kill people as well. But. Like, we've seen him play the piano, so it makes sense if he was playing keyboards.
Speaking of, where is he?
In a vegetable-y type state.
No, because in the 7-on-7 segments, he was back and he was off hunting down the highway serial killer that's presumably Cindy.
Yeah, I don't know. One would assume that he's in no fit way to be around the general public. Yeah, because they were saying like they didn't know if there was brain damage because it's hunted.
Well, we've only had mention of him about the Hard Rock Cafe in Lagos, and the fact that he was in Payback. But there's only been mention made to him. We haven't actually seen him on screen yet, have we?
No, except for in the Dawn of the Seven when he does the superhero landing and cracks the rock, which seems very un-Noir-like.
Yeah, so looking forward to our first proper Noir appearance. Oh no, and he was on the black carpet when they were like, "Oh, and here's Noir for your interview." Yeah,
but in fairness, that could be anybody.
True. True.
That actually could have just been anybody in that suit.
But the next we see, the first kind of in person we see of the superheroes is at this sound check for Homelander's birthday, where he's way a line.
Yeah, weird variety show thing going on.
Oh, there is. But before we get to the show itself, he's just so petty when he comes out up to Supersonic.
Well, in fairness, he's had, a bit of a shitty morning. He went to go and get his birthday wishes off his snookums.
Oh, that's after. Oh, no, sorry, that's before that. You're right. It is,
he's like, he's basically Archer in that birthday episode when it's like, here's the boy, the happy birthday boy, and then he takes the VHS tape out and smashes it.
Yeah.
He's like, guess whose day it is? Aren't you going to wish me a happy birthday? Blink high to wish me a happy birthday. And she's just ignoring him. Yeah. Because he doesn't want to lead an army of Untermensch.
Yeah, as he told her when she was jacking him off in the last episode. No,
yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. And she's just ignoring him, and he kind of takes off in a huff. So he's already in a pissy mood when he arrives.
Yeah,
and
but
he
it's
just
all
continues to take that out on everybody around him.
It's
real calculated and malicious. It's just mean.
Yeah, and what was it? Come drunk on
your Chipotle salad. I don't know.
It was
quite inventive.
It was inventive, but it was shit at the same time. It was just a kind of crappy insult. And you can even see Supersonic looking at him being like, hey, did you just say that? Like,
that was I don't care who the fuck you are. Like, that wasn't... No, you just... No.
Yeah, and...
Like, I don't care that...
I like that there was no fake kind of yes man laughter at it, like you might have gotten from somebody like The Deep or A-Train.
Yeah.
He just
there's also the insinuation that he had only gotten as far as he had gotten because of preferential treatment from Starlight. So he's not only has he made this extremely gross suggestion, he's also insulted both of their characters and integrity.
Oh yeah. But no, there's little touches of it, and I hope they don't end up making him a big complete bastard.
I quite
Because,
Supersonic.
I kind of like Supersonic. There's a couple of things later that we'll talk about
Like,
that he
I
does.
get
But
Hughie's being an asshole, but Hughie's just being an insecure little bitch. And he's admitted it himself at the end when he was like, oh God, no, I'm going to cling on to you like crazy.
yeah.
But they're Starlight and Thingy's friendship. What's his name? Drummer boy. I can't remember his...
Supersonic
Thank
or
you.
Alex.
Their friendship is just like old friends. They obviously spent a lot of time together. They have a clear affection for each other, but it's nothing more than platonic now.
Yeah.
And it's just that. They just happen to get on well and enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
And Hughie just is threatened by everybody.
Yeah, no, then when we see Homelander's plan for Starlight...
Oh, I've made some script reviews. Oh, no, you didn't. You didn't. It's just... And the girls and the outfits.
It's exactly what Annie calls him out for as.
Yeah.
It's a petty attempt to make
to
her look like
objectify her
and make her look like a bimbo.
He wants her to do the Marilyn Monroe shuffle across the stage to sing Happy Birthday, Mr. President.
Basically, yeah.
He wants that. He wants, and just for her to be seen as this object.
Yeah, but Annie is having
his neckbeard's coming out a bit.
It is, and we'll definitely talk about that towards the end of the episode. But yeah, Annie's having none of it. At all.
And fair fucks to her. She shouldn't.
And I'm going to guess that when she says she won't do it, she doesn't know that Stan's there.
Yeah, that comes out of nowhere because it almost looks like it was kind of staged that he's in this little, that he's obviously in the control box.
He's in the sound booth, yeah.
Yeah, and that they hadn't realised that he was there watching over everything.
But yeah,
and the shits up Homelander. It's
fucking brilliant though.
It's your birthday, you can cry if you want to.
What a closer. I said after we watched that the first time, I was like, alright, from now on he is just Stan the man. He's put Homelander in his place once or twice before, but fuck me, the way he does it there
anymore.
He's like, yeah, okay, whatever, it's your birthday bash, but 76% of the people who are tuning in to watch Starlight. And 57% might DVR you. So we really don't give a shit what you do
You're
or
lucky
say.
We're even putting on this farce this year.
It's just brilliant. He's so fucking good. I absolutely love
it. And the best part about that is it's in front of everybody.
Oh yeah, it's not just...
Everybody has just witnessed him getting down, taking down a peg.
Yeah, he's dressed him down in front of, say, maybe... He's dressed him down in front of Annie before. Yeah. Maybe once or twice in front of other higher up VOT employees.
But this was just everybody.
Yeah, showgirls, cast and crew and riggers
and he got
stuff.
Scolded like a naughty child. He was actually scolded. And it was that way that you deal with a kid having tantrum where you're just fine. If you want to do that, do that.
Yeah.
I am no longer interacting with you.
It is just fucking brilliant. It's so good. And you can see he has gotten the proper smackdown because when we see him next, it's when he's off supposed to be saving poor Chelsea.
Oh, poor Chelsea.
Poor Chelsea.
Yeah, congratulations, you're our birthday save. I have, who is this poor girl? Did she come out of Sage Grove? Is she from one of the wellness centres? Is she just an actress hired for the day? Where do they find her? Because she's supposed to be because the whole thing is clearly staged because they're there with cameras and he's like, oh, you're this. So it probably would have been someone it's an actor who works in-house at VOT that they have signed an NDA who can't be oh, I get rescued by them on,
I don't know. I think there's a couple of things that Chelsea says that make me think that about one in particular at the end where she says, I don't think I want to jump anymore. Yeah. If she was a VOT plant, there's nobody else up there.
No, but it could...
Homelander knows there's nobody else up there, otherwise he wouldn't be saying things that he's saying.
No, but it could be she knows if she jumps, he'll be caught, to make it look believable.
Yeah, she's supposed to jump, he's supposed to catch her.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
In fairness, if you were supposed to jump off the building and be caught by him and he's having that rant and says, I think he should jump... Yeah, you'd be going, I don't want to jump off the building anymore, thanks. Even if I'm getting paid to do it, you're all right. I'm going to forfeit that. Cheers. I'll see you in court.
I suppose it could go either way. I didn't think of it when we were watching it.
VOT are so shady.
Oh, it's definitely a possibility. I'm sure they have
so shady.
I'm sure they've constructed crimes to be foiled by criminals before.
Yeah, they have crime analytics.
And in fact, we saw it in Diabolical in the Groundhog episode.
Oh, poor Groundhog.
I know, but that's supposed to be one of the canon ones.
Yeah.
And he goes on a crime spree, and that's all scripted by Vought.
Oh, yeah.
So it could be. I suppose it could be.
Yeah, I just felt so sorry for the poor girl. I was like, it was just the fact that the cameras are there and he shows up and he's like, congratulations, you're my
save of the year.
My annual birthday save. And I was like, oh God, Vaughn have put her out there.
Well, no,
I also was like, why is there a massive screen behind him? That makes no sense. Why is that there?
I took it from that probably to project the save that he was supposed to have on it. Or it seems to be on a very busy street, so.
Yeah.
And it's in New York.
Yeah.
But no, what I took from my annual save thing was just that, on his birthday, he has to make at least one public save. So they can be like, even on his birthday, Homelander takes time to save the common guy.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. It's all for the narrative.
But I don't think it went as far as that she was a plant put up there to pretend to jump off the building. But I wouldn't put it past them either.
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't put it past them
here,
either.
11:30, you have your save.
Yeah.
They have that whole crime analytics who work out their schedules for them. So. And
that's nearly all of the boys, the 7 side. Except for A-Train's pitch.
Oh, God.
Poor fucking Seth.
And then, poor Seth. Seth was a really weird colour for that whole thing. He looked like he just knew it was bad. And he was trying to become one with the sofa so nobody would see him.
And he wanted to make as little a thing of himself as possible.
Everything was crossed away from A-Train. He had his leg crossed away from him. He's hunched over.
The body language.
He got the head up and he's like, just don't ask me.
I have
done this because you told me I had to do it. I don't want to.
The look on his face when A-Train directly addresses him. And I was like, yeah, you know what I mean, Seth, don't you?
Oh, God, don't even talk to me.
I'm a proud black man, haven't I? And Seth's just like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah,
can we please get through this?
Poor Seth.
I understand where A-Train's coming from. He's like,
A-Train to Africa?
No, not the actual program, not the shit he comes up with, but just wanting to... He knows his place on the 7 is precarious probably anyway.
Yeah.
But much less with Homelander. He probably thinks
Homelander's zeroed in on him as
because he's being a prick.
Yeah, but he's also probably the weakest link at the moment.
Well, that aside, I'd say what he's thinking
Noir's on his side. Think about it. Who's in the 7 now? You've got Noir, Homelander, Maeve, Starlight, and A-Train.
Yeah, but I would say what A-Train is thinking is
he can't touch Maeve or Starlight. And he's not going to do anything to Noir. So that leaves A-Train.
But also, I think it's the only target.
He can't get near deep.
Well, no, not even that. I'd say what A-Train is thinking is that the only reason he's probably still on the 7 is because the Stormfront is a Nazi thing.
Yes.
They can't kick the only black man off the 7 when they're still trying to recover from this Nazi thing.
Yeah, they can't be seen to not have some form of inclusivity.
Yeah, so I'd say that's why he's just trying to be like, yeah, let's push it. And Seth even does say it. He's like, that the response to Dawn of the 7 wasn't great. And black audiences tend to respond poorly to things involving Nazis.
Yeah. Any audience tends to respond badly to things
especially actual Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the whole thing. And is that where we get introduced to also Ashley?
Oh, also Ashley. It's her image consultant. Also Ashley.
I'd like to get more of Ashley.
I want more also Ashley. I'm looking forward to the team of Ashley and also Ashley.
And we get an LJ name drop when A-Train starts talking about his redesigned costume.
Oh God!
He says, "I talked to LJ in costume design,"
yeah.
Which I'm guessing is Laura Jean Shannon, who has made some of the suits for the show.
Yeah. The suits. Not bad.
Did you get a look at it up close though?
Well, it's all supposed to be African prints and fabrics and stuff like that, and I understand that, but it's no, there's a time and a place, and that wasn't it.
Yeah, exactly. Like that.
I'm the Ashley is freaking out and being like, "Get that costume up here!"
No, where Ashley realizes his interactive learning experience for this Gen Zers is a game about the slave trade. It's just like what. No, even coming from you, A-Train, that nobody can sell that. Don't be ridiculous.
How did you think that was a good idea?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, it's a good one. It's a good one. And A-Train leaves the meeting thinking that it went okay.
Yeah, Seth, I will give it to Seth. That, like, okay, he could have phrased it a bit better, but he's brutally honest. He's like, nope, she hated it. She flat out hated it. Just, like, do yourself a favour and let it go. You know, if you continue to
go from a different angle.
Yeah, if you continue to pursue this, it's not going to work in your favour. Now, he did say it like a bit of a shit, and I get it. He was pissed off. He was partially humiliated.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to waste any more of his time dealing with this, so he's trying to nip it in the bud. And A-Train is all like,
yeah, you don't have a dick, and walks off.
Yeah, dude, seriously, come on.
Yeah,
not his fault he doesn't have a dick.
At the minute, he's the only one.
He lost that through no, like, fucking fault of his own.
But at the minute, he's the only one who's even bothered to entertain any of A-Train's.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's probably because he's just been ordered to by Ashley to keep A-Train entertained.
Possibly, yeah. Possibly. But the only other bit of Vought business, apart from Homelander's speech at the end, is that short scene between Stan and Vic at Vic's house.
Yes.
Because by the time it airs in the episode, we've already found out that something I suggested a while back and you shut down, Stan is her daddy.
Well, her foster
daddy, adoptive type thing. He says it's complicated, and I'm sure it fucking is.
Yeah, he's her guardian.
But I suggested it, and I'm counting that as a win.
Yeah, so we find out more about the Red River facility.
Yeah, well, at that point we have.
Yeah.
And we were way off on that one in the last record. It's nothing like it was in the comics, and much more like it was in Diabolical. Yeah. In the episode where the pissed off Supes kill their parents.
It's an orphanarium.
Yeah, it's an orphanarium, and that's where Stan adopted Vic from.
Yeah.
And it's about the first time we've ever seen any emotional warmth from Stan.
No, he cares. He's just a businessman and a professional.
No, but when you see him with Vic's daughter.
Oh, yeah. Like, he's not a monster.
No. And I'm guessing it looks like he very much considers her as a granddaughter.
Yeah. No, because the majority of the emotion you get from Stan is exasperation, in fairness.
Can you blame him?
No. But he's a businessman, first and foremost, and he always maintains a professional air, so it's him cutting loose.
Yeah, and the reason that he adopted Vic in the first place was purely for bettering the company.
Yeah.
But when he's talking to her about what had happened with Tony in the previous episode, he is as much offering her a shoulder to cry on and like giving her, words of encouragement.
Comfort as well.
When he repeats the kind of lesson of the story from the book he was just reading to Vic's daughter to her, like, sometimes there are bad days. And yeah, we find out that it was Vought she had called for the cleanup crew.
Yeah, that they sterilised. It's the cleanest fucking alleyway in all of New York.
I'd say so, yeah. And so far, nobody has come forward.
Nobody's seen anything.
Nobody's seen or said anything.
News. Yeah, they're good.
And yeah, that's pretty much everything from the Vought side.
Yeah, Vought, with the exception of Homelander's meltdown at the end, but that's a different story altogether. Vought are just trying.
And Stormfront's suicide.
Yeah, Stormfront bit off her own tongue and choked on it.
Yeah, which is what leads Homelander to go a bit mad and push / encourage that poor girl off the roof.
Oh, that poor girl. But yeah, her suicide on his birthday to prove a point.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'd say
she got that was the last word. She got it in.
Yeah, and it seems like it was more than just.
Would you want to live like that?
No. I was going to say it was more than she was more than just a semi-crispy fuck toy for Homelander, because he calls her a perfect goddess.
Oh, that whole rant is just
we kind of skipped over it.
Yeah, fucked up.
Yeah. Why should these gods have to suffer? Why do humans always destroy their gods? And why should you get to be saved?
Like that last screw snapped. Like he
he
slipped the leash. He's gone full loco bananas.
Yeah, after getting completely humiliated.
That's why she was still in the tower.
Yeah,
that's exactly why she was still in the tower, to keep him from completely losing all touch with humanity and reality. And now she's taken herself away from him.
Yeah,
and it wasn't like somebody took her. If somebody took her away, he could blame them, but she took herself away because of him.
Oh yeah.
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 This will be fun.
Oh, it'll be fun. Yeah, we nearly glossed over Stormfront's suicide there.
Yeah.
Stupid Nazi bitch.
Uh-huh.
But there is a little bit of Homelander at the very start in Billy's dream as well.
Billy's dream is interesting. He's struggling with it.
Yeah, and I'm glad it was a dream and not just a hit.
And we also get to see Lenny.
Yes, that was a nice touch.
Yeah, no, but it was a really nice way of showing his internal conflict over this V24.
Yeah.
Whether or not to use it.
Yeah, the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other.
And everybody he's used in his life as a guiding point, having their say. And then his nemesis.
And even his nemesis is kind of like, are you sure you want to do it?
Yeah, you're going to end up like me. You could explode.
Yeah, that is a nice touch. And
as well, that he's the first voice that talks to him.
And even is trying to dissuade, well, in his own way, trying to dissuade him. And then, he wakes up and gets a video call from Ryan.
Yeah.
Which was nice to see that it's not just... He doesn't just go to visit him once every couple of weeks or whatever. And he's obviously got regular contact with him.
Yeah, and then Ryan's asking him if he watched the video that he made for him.
Butcher gets a little bit gruff.
Yeah, no, he does apologise. He's like trying to kind of be like, look, I didn't sleep well.
Yeah, it is a nice thing.
And Ryan's just that's when Ryan's like, oh, did you watch the video? It helps me when I can't sleep. Ryan's just trying to do a nice thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he lacks kind of the social skills to navigate somebody being grouchy.
And
maybe
old Grouchy lacks the social skills to navigate dealing with an 8-year-old kid or a 9-year-old kid.
Wants to please everybody.
Yeah, and
because that's it. The first thing Ryan does is say, "Are you mad at me?"
Well, that's when he's like, "No, I haven't watched the video. All right," and then he's like, "Oh, are you mad at me?" And looks a bit upset, and that's when Butcher changes and goes quite not soft, but
it's like, "No, it's not your fault. It's me. I didn't sleep. I don't want you to blame yourself for anything."
Yeah, and tells him, "You're your mother's son, and I'll do anything I can to protect you." Yeah. And it's quite sweet, and it's the growth that we've wanted in Butcher.
Yes,
for so long.
Actually showing some growth. They all have quite a bit in this. You see a lot more kind of like in this episode than the first episode. The first episode was just kind of a catch up. Yeah. This is like it's just like an actual catch up of where they are, what they're doing. This is more the catch up of where they are emotionally and mentally. Yeah, very much, because we get a lot of all of the boys. Yeah, and there's a lot of soul searching on the part of Billy, and Billy's so close to being out, to just calling it quits and being content. Yeah, he gets kind of close. He's so close. He does get kind of close. He admits that like people are right and he was wrong, and he's there. He recognises as well, like when he goes to see and he recognises in MM that this is the right thing to do, which he wouldn't have done previously. Yeah, but what's funny is that for a change, whereas last season the one who probably had the biggest growth was Hughie. In this episode, everybody has a good bit of growth. Hughie, Butcher, and Frenchie and Kimiko, their relationship together kind of grows a bit. But poor old Hughie, his growth is kind of falling apart, or at least he feels it. His ego has inflated. He hasn't had any personal growth, but he's had a massive boost of ego. And now that's kind of falling, he's had the knees taken out from underneath him, finding out that Neuman's the head popper. Yeah. And he doesn't know what to do with that, and he's reverted. He hasn't grown at all. He reverts back to being the scared, snappy. Well, let's say that's it, I quit little boy. He grew in as much as he went off to stand on his own 2 feet, and now he thinks, I wasn't standing on my own 2 feet. Neuman was. It was all planned and it was all rigged, so I wasn't actually doing anything on my own. But he actually kind of was. He did strike out on his own. They did take in people now. They know that was probably people that Vought also wanted rid of that were causing problems. That's why they've been doing all these little deals and swaps. But at the end of the day, Soup Collateral was still down 60%, regardless of whose plan. Victory. Yeah, well, maybe not a massive one, but it's still down compared to the year before. Well, that's also, and that's down to his work. And to be perfectly honest, having Neuman there and having her and Edgar be working together has actually benefited everybody, because they're taking out the soups that cause Edgar fucking headaches, cleaning up all their damage. Well, yeah. And they're taking down the ones that are going to be facing jail time and stuff like that. So they're helping Vought clean up their image, which is helping Edgar's 5-year plan to be out of the superhero game. Oh, yeah, but ultimately it's all done to benefit Vought. Oh, God, yeah. And no, I was just going to say that there is some growth from Hughie. He just can't see it at the minute because
he thinks, I was just a pawn again.
Yeah.
I was Billy's pawn before, and now I'm Vic's pawn this time. And you hear it with their kind of first talk at the start when they're talking about Red River.
Oh, when his toast is burning and everything's going wrong.
Exactly, yeah.
His yuppie lifestyle, this like facade has slipped.
Yeah.
That it's not all like fucking roses and fucking alfalfa juice farts or whatever.
But yeah, no, he burns his toast, and then they have a chat about Red River and how they're going to go and check it out later.
Yeah,
and he says she has to go off.
Yeah, she has to go off and do her sound check, and that's when you find out that Red River was this adoption facility, care home type thing for superly able children whose parents either couldn't cope or that needed like additional care, because you've got, when he does go up to there's like a kid climbing on the ceiling.
Oh yeah,
there's like kids doing, I just know they're all very calm but very harassed looking assistants.
Yeah.
It's all there's all like a touch of nerves every time, and they're like, no, please come down. Yeah, no, I'd say nobody raises voices in that building. No, because dealing with a bunch of like 3 and 4 year olds is bad enough without them like being able to phase through walls or like hide on the ceiling. Yeah, because one of the other things that goes wrong with Hughie just before he goes to see Red River is he can't open a jar and smashes it in anger. How tight are you closing your fucking jars, mate? Also, if Annie closed it. It's a jar. It has it's a glass jar, metal lid. You can't like over tighten them, and also run it under hot water. You silly twat. Use a tea towel. Yeah, no, I think not smash it off the fucking counter. I think perhaps he is a little bit worked up. Yeah. Do you know what would have solved that? And it wouldn't have fucking hurt his hand. Yeah, probably. Yeah. He could have put that hand to a different use. Yeah. Is that where you were going? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, masturbation jokes, why not? Yeah. But considering you've got gunpowder later for pulling the lad off himself. And in fairness, Hughie is a bit of a wanker then, because after he smashes the jar and he calls Annie, he gets upset that Supersonic answers the phone, and he's like, oh, why are you answering the phone? And he's like, well, you called three times in the last 3 minutes. There's something clearly wrong. Yeah. I've answered the phone because she is busy. Yeah. Because there's clearly something wrong, and then he does what I would consider to be the right thing, and tells Annie, oh, hey, your boyfriend rang 3 times, and then when I answered, he was acting weird. Yeah. And that's why Annie shows up later on to save his ass. But yeah, he goes off to Red River on his own then, out of spite or like ego. It's all ego. He says that. Yeah. He's like, when he's saying about Victoria used to be his friend. Oh, and they used to walk through there like the Untouchables. Yeah, and he's like, was it all, and you got that in like the first episode where it's like, oh my God, that's Hugh Campbell. Oh my God, it's Hugh Campbell. Like, he's, Blue Falcon when he walks into the fucking, I'm Azul Falcon, but my friends can call me Blue. But it's that, he's... Oh yeah, no, his ego's taken a massive hit. All that was missing from his initial walk through the office was that music from Reservoir Dogs when they're walking down the alley. Little Green Bag. That's the one. No, I was going to say all that was missing was the music from Spider-Man 3. Oh, when he's walking down the road winking at people? Oh no. Yeah, actually that would have been more fitting. That's what that needed. But it is all driven by his ego. He thought he was off being the fucking shit, second in line to fucking Neuman, taking down all the suits the right way. Yeah. And I think that's why he doesn't call Butcher, because Annie suggests calling Butcher. And he says, he'll torture me, but I think he's too proud to admit it to Butcher at the minute. To say that he needs help. He's the Butcher in this situation. They've flipped. They've definitely flipped in this episode. No, it's not to maybe the until the end. But yeah. Of it, but he's too proud to call them for help, and he's doing the same thing that he had accused Butcher of doing before. And even when the first time that Butcher goes to see Gunpowder, he's a lot more reserved than you would expect Butcher to be. Oh, that is just hilarious. That is a lot more reserved as well. But whereas Hughie goes straight into Red River, even though he's a very public persona, it's a vaught facility. Yeah. That's not the smartest thing, and he gets discovered straight away. Yeah. By a very important young child. Yes, who's fucking Teddy Stillwell. That fucking creepiest child on the planet. I don't do well with like creepy little kids. In general. And especially the way he phases is that real Japanese horror movie child phasing, and that doesn't jive with me. It's Teddy Stillwell. It explains how Teddy was able to escape the blast. Because we were like, Homelander didn't he was miles away.
Yeah, and they were
And
like,
of
he was
course,
found, they say he was found miles away. And we just
Unharmed.
assumed, we were like, okay, did Homelander save him? But why the fuck would Homelander save a kid that he obviously hates? So baby Teddy must have teleported himself
out.
miles away. But yeah, it's Teddy Stillwell. I'm assuming Madeline's baby.
She called him Teddy Stillwell, and that's that
was
and
Madeline's
of course,
baby. Was
and
Teddy.
Madeline was a Vought man through and through. Of course, she would have given her child V.
Yeah, at first we were like, fuck, is it maybe Homelander's baby? And then we were like, no, it makes much more sense that she had a baby and she gave it V.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was just a cool little thing. And we were like, fuck, that's Teddy Stillwell.
Yeah, he's a
sad
great
that Teddy's
shit.
in a... I suppose he could leave the home whenever he wants,
yeah, little fucker can phase through things. They're going to want to keep an eye on him.
Well, he teleports because they're like, Teddy Stillwell, we don't teleport in here.
Yeah.
That's how we found out that it was Stillwell's baby.
He's Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
And he's not blue. Same evil mom.
But yeah, that was a nice little unexpected Easter egg.
And and we were like, of course she would have given the child V.
But yeah,
like, of
Teddy,
course the VP of Vought would have a super baby.
And he is obviously genetically a Vought man because the first thing he does after teleporting is rat Hughie out.
Oh god, yeah.
And he points to the TV and is
he's
like,
there
look,
you go.
There he is.
He looks like a drowned Victorian child.
He does.
He just has that.
He looks like a ghost.
He looks like that Japanese dead child ghost. Because he's real pale. He looks kind of like an old black and white film. Like he's kind of staticky looking too.
Yeah, no, it is. It's definitely like. It's the way like the ghost are in Supernatural.
Yeah, he's got that kind of glitchy.
And the glitchy. Yeah. But Hughie's pretty quick on his feet with an owl excuse.
Oh, you fat dead tadpoles.
Yeah, my fat dead tadpole sperm don't work.
Yeah.
And me and Annie want to adopt a baby and keep it on the hush hush, so that's why I came
it's about
here like
love
this.
And not publicity.
And yeah, it's a pretty quick excuse.
Yeah.
But it is, it's a very forward action for Hughie.
It is.
Compared to what
there's no normally
preaching.
He's the one who thinks things to death, but
and then he's
really it got stuck in his craw.
And then he's stupid enough to go straight into the offices later on at the FBSA, and he's not so good with the excuses when he gets there and he's in front of the head popper. And he stumbles and bumbles over what happened to him and what he's doing.
He's sweating rather nervously and profusely.
And he shows up to save the day.
Yeah.
And she's quick on the owl excuses instead.
Well, in fairness, they just have a fight.
It's a good ploy, though. Very good ploy on Annie's behalf.
Yeah, they just have a fight.
And
because nobody in their right mind, unless you're me and you go and get popcorn, wants to sit there and watch a couple fight.
Yeah, and Hughie
it
catches on to it.
Bickery as well. It's that kind of, we're going to fight in public.
Yeah, Hughie.
And we are going to have this fight in public. Because this is the way it's going down.
Yep. But it's masterfully done on Annie's part, and she gets his ass out of that building pretty quick.
And they do actually have a legitimate fight though as well. I think there's a lot of truth going on in that.
But yeah, she takes him out of the car and is like, what the hell were you doing? And that's when I think the ego breaks a little and he realises, I was probably stupid to do all that, but I felt so useless.
By the way, I signed us up to adopt a child.
That's a great way to end the conversation. And this was all very serious. But by the way... he's pretty smooth with the USB key.
Yeah, no, I'll give him that. Yeah, South Indian children are very fashionable at the moment.
No, they're so hot right now. Is what she actually said. They're so hot right now. Yeah. But our other character that we're really feeling for. Oh, and not that we're really feeling for Hughie, because Hughie, as we said, is being a bit egotistical and a bit of a bitch. But yeah,
sorry, but before we finish that, when Neuman turns around to him and tells him not to be afraid of powerful women, I actually thought he was going to wet himself.
I think that might be her way of saying, I've got my eye on you, because she does address the fact that Tony talked to him.
Yeah.
She's like, what about somebody came looking for me or somebody came looking for Nadia yesterday, Scotty was saying, and he was like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
So I think she might have an inkling.
She's like, well, she knows there's something up. He's like, they're missing work, they're fighting, there's something going on.
Yeah, but that was enough to get them out of the building anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, poor old has Butcher show up at his door at the start of not the start of the episode, but I like how he still has to get at least a little dig in, and he brings a superhero present for Janine just to wind MM up. Well, here's the biggest thing I could... Oh no, it is supposed to be it's genuinely a present for Janine, But it's like, I want to bring a present for his kid, but I also want to wind the fuck out of him.
Yeah, but like he knows that she's all into the superhero stuff as well.
Yeah, but
he's actually got her quite a thoughtful present.
Yeah,
like
but he knows
it's Lego.
it's a bonus that it'll piss off MM too.
Oh God, yeah. Like any of our friends that have kids, it's like, here's something really loud.
Yeah, what's the most annoying present we can get you, but that your child will also love?
Yeah, basically, it's the right of annoying aunts and uncles and faux aunts and uncles to just give your kids annoying toys.
Yep. But Butcher has shown up mostly to try and get MM back into it, because at this point, as we kind of guessed at the last episode, Soldier Boy is the one who's responsible for doing something to MM's family.
Yeah.
And Butcher is using that to try and get him back in the game.
Yeah, he knows that it is. He goes, look, we have a good lead on it. I'm going to go and see Gunpowder. Kimiko and Frenchie are hunting down Crimson Countess. And he's like, well, what do you need me there for? And he's like, but it's Soldier Boy.
It's Soldier Boy, come on.
We know you have a particular bone to pick with this one. You need to lay the ghosts to rest is kind of implied there.
Yeah, and that's when MM loses it and
he
curses.
Is like he is like, you need this, you need...
Yeah, but that's when MM loses it and actually curses, because up to that point he's been saying these...
Mother effing doo-doo! Yeah. Mother effing doo-doo!
And is like, fuck that shit, and says to Butcher, look, my dad died hunched over a typewriter instead of paying attention to his living kids. I'm not going to do that to Janine.
Yeah, I almost did it to her and I'm not doing that. And Butcher recognises that straight away, and he's like, yeah, do you know what, you're right.
You're right. And says, you're doing
a
good job with
Ryan. He can see it now with Ryan. He watched Becca sacrifice her life to save her son.
Yeah, and he's starting to see a little bit of it himself, and he's certainly starting to understand. And yeah, it's the Butcher growth that we bitched and moaned about all last season that we wanted, and we're finally starting to see it.
And you can see it in himself. He's a lot more humble and somber.
And you can see it in in MM as well, because he kind of looks a little bit surprised and then throws Butcher a bone and is like, hang on, I think I might have something that might actually help you with it.
Yeah, because he didn't push. And he went, do you know what, fair enough, you're doing a good job with her.
Yeah.
We'll see you around.
Goes off, gives him this file, but it's opened Pandora's box for MM, and he goes off and starts looking at the files and starts laying them all out on the floor in his very particular order.
He gets very focused.
He gets hyper focused in on it.
And then is disrupted by Janine saying, Dad, it
smells like smoke in here. He runs into the kitchen and realises that whatever he's cooking is about to catch fire, puts it out, and then loses his shit at the smoke alarm.
Yeah, like, dude,
really
seriously,
loses his shit.
just wave a tea towel at it. You don't need to bash it off the ceiling with a broom and then slam it into the floor multiple times.
Oh no, but that's
the frustration that he's let himself get.
Yeah, he let himself get sucked into it and nearly burnt his house down with his daughter inside. And he's not angry at that smoke alarm. He's angry at himself.
Yeah,
he is really angry at himself.
And you can see that the way he apologises to Janine. And
he cries.
Yeah.
He comes up to her to apologise straight away, and he can see that she's scared, and he kind of stands back until she's okay. Well, she's ready.
Yeah,
and then she comes up and hugs him. And poor fella is just in tears.
But the thing I love about it is the conversation he has with Monique.
Following that. Those two are just... Like, how many times throughout both watches did we say, good man MM and good woman Monique?
But it's so important as well to show a proud, strong family man admitting
to his problems and to what he's done wrong.
Yeah, and to admitting that I've tried to do what I can about it and I can't. And I need help. Yeah. And I don't know what to do, and I'm afraid.
Yeah, he says he's tried upping his meds.
Yeah,
it's not working.
He's being vulnerable and honest and open, and it's beautiful to see because that sort of representation needs to be there. And
Monique's reaction is just, it's so
thoughtful.
Yeah, it's thoughtful and it's loving, and you can see that even she is hurt because she's like, well, she feels like she's the one who's done that to him.
Yeah.
She's like, I made you give up your crusade against him because it was hurting our relationship and hurting our kid. But now I can see that making you give that up
Yeah, you've hurt yourself to
turned
change.
you. Yeah, she says, I never wanted you to hurt yourself to change.
Yeah, when he's saying that, it's all back the tics, the compulsions, everything, and you can see it breaking her heart.
Yeah.
She's like, I love you, I can't be with you.
Yeah, hurts that I
them
can't be
together,
with you,
they
but...
both recognise that them together does not work. But at the same time, they still care enough about each other not to see the other one hurt themselves unnecessarily. And they feel safe with each other. And in everything in this episode, Hughie's gone to Annie for advice.
Yeah.
Butcher kind of talks to Becca in his head, but I think that's what the working everything out is. Becca was the only one missing from that montage.
Well, and we saw him take advice and comfort from Mallory's words in the last episode.
Yeah. Kimiko, later on when she's talking to Frenchie, and we've seen Frenchie go to Cherie for advice as well. So they all have extremely strong female presences in their life that they feel safe and secure to be vulnerable around.
Yeah, and everybody's any growth in relationships in this episode all comes about through honesty. Yeah. Tells Monique about
that whole scene happened. Breaks my heart.
I nearly teared up watching that scene both times.
But it is.
It's
so beautifully written and done.
It's so heartfelt.
And it's so considerate as well.
Yeah, no, it is. And the way she talks about then when is saying, like, I don't want to be like my father and do that to Janine. And Monique is like, no, but you don't.
You're aware of it, so you're not going to do it.
Yeah, that's it. Your father lost himself in his crusade, to your detriment. Like, you haven't lost yourself. You know that. You're not going to pass that disease on to her because you're already in the same way.
But she also, as well, is like, you need to go to Butcher because the only way that you will move past this is to confront it.
Yeah, and then you can move past
deal with it and to have a final, whatever way it turns out, it will have a conclusion.
Yeah,
it can't just be this thing will be that's here. Out there lurking about after you. That giant hedgehog in Monty Python that lurks around in the city.
Spiny Norman.
It's his Spiny Norman.
But he's worried about her having a Spiny Norman, and Monique's basically saying to him, much like Mallory said to Butcher in the last episode, the fact that you're aware of these problems and are trying to better yourself already means you are better than your father. Yeah, Monique doesn't say it explicitly to him, but it's the same sentiment. Yeah. You're already better, but you still need to go and fix this thing so that you can be fixed yourself. Yeah. And then you can be the father that you've always wanted to be to Janine. And it is, yes, it's just such a sweet scene. There's quite a few in this episode.
There's a lot of people admitting that Hughie admits he's broken. Kimiko admits that she's broken. admits he's broken. And even Butcher's coming to terms with he knows he's broken, but he can kind of see a way out of it now, of putting pieces back together and being content with what he has. He's almost a step ahead of the rest of them.
But even Starlight, just a quick point, that even Starlight is being quite honest with Alex and Supersonic.
Waves.
Yeah, cause waves. When he's talking about giving out at the start about not wanting to sing the song because it makes him feel uncomfortable, she's like, well,
no shit, it should make him feel uncomfortable. That was weird and gross.
Yeah, it's gross. But she's like, well, then don't sing it. He's like, oh, I don't want to make waves. And she's like, no, do make waves. And then later on, when he sees her stand up to Homelander, especially after the things Homelander had said about and to them, he's like, damn, what happened to you in New York? And she's like, I caused waves.
I made waves, yeah.
And she says she's trying to encourage him and see.
They admire it when you're strong enough to kind of.
To stand on your own, but also I think she wants to
stand up for your principles.
That's it. I think she wants him to stand for his principles so she can see what his principles are and see whether or not he would be good on her side in the 7.
It's the Maeve and Elena thing where Elena was like, I'm not for sale.
Yeah.
Whereas Maeve was just go with it.
But yeah, I think Annie is trying to encourage.
Well, she's getting a say on who's going to be working with her on the 7, and she wants people
she can trust.
Who will stand for their values. Like whatever their own moral compass is, but that they won't be swayed by greed or mistrust or betrayal or anything like that.
Yeah. No, that was only supposed to be a little small aside about Annie is also being honest like the rest of them. But yeah, the Kimiko and Frenchie stuff that we get in this episode was great as well, because you can see them even from the start, just when they're in Votland and they're having a conversation about her wanting to go on the roller coaster, and Frenchie understands it all. Yeah. So he's fully been taught the sign language.
Yeah, well,
now.
over the course of the last year, you can see their friendship is something more.
Yeah, they obviously went out and they did lots of dancing, as he promised.
But yeah, they're at the very least best friends. But he gets it as well when she's saying about she wants to go on the roller coaster, and he's like, oh, since when have you wanted to go on a roller coaster? And she's like, well, me and my brother have always wanted to go on one. And he's like, and he acquiesces, and he's so good, okay, we'll go and do what we have to do. And then
business first.
And then afterwards we'll go on the roller coaster. I'm not saying no, I'm saying just not right now. And she's like, yeah, okay, cool.
And off they go.
And he understands that's something that's important to her, for her and her brother. Like, her brother's not around to do it anymore. They had no childhood. They were raised as, like, child soldiers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she wants to go on a roller coaster. Yeah, we're going to let her go on a roller coaster because it's the little things in life.
Yeah.
Like, she can't speak, so we're just going to let her, she can't go off really into the world on her own.
Yeah, some of the shit.
Well, we can see it actually with her texting.
Oh, when she shows that
the message,
the message to Grimsy Candle.
My god, the food
yeah, some of the
vendors.
shit going on in the background.
Woke walk,
and what was it? LGBT turkey legs.
The donut burgers.
Fuck me.
There was woke walk, and there was another one that was BLM BLTs.
Yes, that was it.
BLM BLTs. Yeah,
there's just the shit that's in the background in this show. It's just the effort they put in.
It's LGB turkey legs.
Yeah,
which was a bit of a stretch.
Gas. Oh yeah, but that's the point. Like, that was fucking hilarious.
And the rainbow washing of everything.
Oh yeah.
But that fucking donut burger, like when Frenchie's like, there truly is no God.
I'm with Frenchie on that one. Like, you know me, I like burgers and I love sweet things.
That's like the ultimate of American disgusting food.
Like, yeah, just no. Just burgers with donuts, just no. Absolutely not.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking disgusting.
Completely disgusting.
But yeah, they head off to what you consider to be a very disappointing show.
I thought it's called Soldier Boy Ahoy.
Yeah, you were expecting like a USO show type.
Yeah, and given that it's Vought, and it's supposed to be like Vaughtland has that whole connotation of Disneyland over it, that it would be this whole big belt, like, because they've not exactly been subtle at anything else. No. They tend to throw everything and the kitchen sink at it. So I was expecting a big, full musical review with dancing girls, maybe some like at the end of Springtime for Hitler when they come out riding on the cannons, like something like that. That would have been a very
not just one woman on stage.
Yeah, that would have been like this
song.
Big 1950s, USO style extravaganza.
Maybe it's her ego thing. Maybe she wants a one-woman show. Because she does seem like the type.
Oh gosh, yeah.
With her Chimstone Cry video, and she's like, "Look, I'm highlighting the plight of these animals, and I'm like,
they're physically incapable of producing tears." No.
But yeah, she does seem like...
Otherwise they'd have the driest eyeballs in the animal kingdom.
She does seem like the type who would be like, no, it's me. It's a one-woman show to my... long lost love kind of thing.
I
get where you're coming from.
I just thought it would be very like showy and hello my baby, hello my darling, hello, something like that. So and I just felt that the whole thing was a bit kind of low budgety. It's like, we have this much. She had shows she had 7 shows a day. And
I think is that also maybe supposed to be part of it? That
it's tucked off at the back as like this. Yeah,
she's a has-been, and that's all she has to do. Is she does shows every day at Vaughtland,
and has the.
And there's only like 4 people in the
there's
street,
fuck all people there.
So I think that's kind of what it's supposed to be. It's just that's what she's done in her retirement. Yeah. She's now a has-been superhero. Yeah, she didn't even get to retire to Vegas.
Yeah, but that's probably explains why they don't really have the budget for her having a big show, because it's like it's just a black cloth backdrop with like fairy lights on it. Yeah, like it's not, and she's just in her outfit. You can do nothing. She provides her own pyrotechnics. Yeah, this is true. She does. Still gets paid enough to have cocaine tea, though. Yeah, well, are you going to stop her having all the cocaine she wants? Her and Mrs. Doyle would get along something fierce. Oh, it's got cocaine in it, father. But yeah, I liked the interaction that they have between her and Kimiko where she thinks she's just a fan and she's like, oh, do you want to see new material about the whole
Yeah,
Tombstone cry? And they're having the little sign language conversation where she's like, I like her. And Frenchie's like, she's nuts. With the whole wall of chimp memorabilia.
Yeah. But she's certainly not the most standoffish soup we've come across.
No.
You know, because she was when she was like, oh, honey, can you not talk?
Yeah, she's quite sweet. Like,
and when she gets the upper hand, when like they
she just legs it.
Yeah, they pin her to the wall and they try and get the info off her about Soldier Boy, and then this idiot fucking lets in.
Yeah, like, well, they're supposed to. Well, they've booked in for like a tea time thing.
Yeah, but if he's controlling the door, and if your job is to bring people
and he said it was 20 minutes. That wasn't 20 minutes.
No, 3 minutes.
Oh, 3 minutes.
But if you're so it probably was. But if you're the person who lets people in and out of the 3-minute tea with the Countess experience,
yeah.
Wouldn't you expect the other people to come out before you let the next people in?
Yeah, you'd knock the door and be like, hi, your time's up.
But anyway, yeah, but
first.
when she escapes, she just legs it.
Yeah.
And then when they get outside and she fires a blast at them.
and explodes that poor
Homelander guy.
He's everywhere.
Oh, no, my favourite bit about that is when Frenchie and Kimiko get back up and he kind of looks at it, he goes, whoa, whoa. Just the reaction is great.
Because they've seen a little bit of her power in the show, but that was like a little like, oh.
Well, I mean, I assume they did their homework and knew.
Oh, God, yeah. Because he's like, don't let her hands touch in the whole Illuminati triangle of death. Literally.
But I think he calls them fireballs, and then when you actually see it used, and it just, as soon as it hits that guy, he just explodes in a paste. And I love how everybody in this show explodes rather than like...
Everybody explodes.
Yeah, it's always explosions of guts and viscera, and I fucking love it. But
she lays everybody in
oh yeah, everybody around is covered in blood and
guts. I gotta say, some of them parents have got some real shitty reaction times.
Not the Crimson Countess though, she is fucking out of there.
Yeah.
That's the last we see of her, and poor Kimiko looks around at the two kids that she was smiling at earlier and sees that they are now terrified and feels like, well, in a scene later on, we find out she feels like she's done to them what the Shining Light did to her, and she's stolen their childhood.
Yeah.
And Frenchie tries to say, Frenchie initially broaches it by saying, hey, look, we'll go to Six Flags tomorrow.
And we'll go on all the roller coasters you want.
And she says, look, it wasn't about the roller coaster. I just wanted to feel like a child and feel normal.
Yeah.
And she said, instead, I turned those two poor kids into little versions of me, basically.
Yeah, and Frenchie's that I'm a broken thing who'll never like cotton candy and stuff. It's very sad.
It's really sad. And I like how Frenchie just doesn't, he knows that what she said is, it's not so much that it's true, but like when she says, I can't be normal.
There's nothing he can say to placate her, because she's not normal.
No, there's nothing he can say that will undo what's been done to her. Yeah. So he doesn't say anything.
All he can do is comfort her and allow her the space to work through it. And he knows that if he tries to push her, he tried that before.
But that's
and it backfired on him.
He's learned and grown
he's
learned and grown as well, that all she wants is just somebody to be there. You don't always have to have something to say.
Somebody to bring her a bag of chocolate limes.
Hopefully we'll get chocolate limes at some point, actually. That's a very good point. We haven't seen them yet, have we?
No, the bag of chocolate limes that he uses to kind of...
But that's another really... It's sweet, it's heartbreaking scene there. And it's the last we see of them in the episode as well.
But I like what's going on with them, that they're not front and centre, but it's just these lovely little moments. And
I like that we're getting much more... They're going out on missions now like they do in the comics. We saw them going after termite in the last episode, and this one, when they're wandering around Votland, it really reminded me of Frenchie and the female at the Believe Expo in the comics, you know, when she's up in the balloons.
Yeah. He's bought the massive bunch of balloons and she's climbed up in them and is hidden.
Yeah.
Watching everything.
Only in the comics, instead of like smiling at some children and thinking they're sweet, she finds the one little rotten kid and pisses on his ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's sweet, and it's nice to see these. Yeah, they're going off on missions now, and it's a lot more like the comics.
I can't wait to see more Crimson Countess, because she is going to, I'd say, the second that they get or they find Soldier Boy, she's going to come back out of the woodwork.
Well, I'd say she probably...
Because she done legged it.
Well, I'd say, depending on what's happened to Soldier Boy, if she knows about it, she might be off.
Well, she didn't seem to. She was like, no, the show is the fucking truth. Like, do your research, look at your history.
I think that was just to get them...
to leave.
Well, yeah, they hadn't started, like, torturing her or anything yet, so obviously she wasn't going to give up information.
Yeah.
But yeah, she might now be off to try and get. She knows now there's people looking for Soldier Boy, so maybe she's going off to try and get ahead of them.
Yeah. Well, at least she's free and running.
Yeah, she is. I know. I look forward to seeing more of her.
Yeah.
And I was surprised.
She's
actually,
nuts, which is going to be great.
She's great.
Fun.
Oh no, she's great, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more of her because I thought we would get more than one episode of Gunpowder.
Yeah, no.
But it didn't look like we will.
No. There's an interesting thing now because Billy's got a weird conundrum. Does he tell the rest of them about the V, or is he going to retain his assholish ways and keep it all for himself?
Yeah, because as we mentioned a bit
it looked
earlier,
like a dose was like a mill, and they're pretty big vials. And he's got like 4 of them or 3 of them.
No, well, I assumed it was each vial was a dose, a 24-hour dose.
Well, when you see him in the dream sequence when he's loading it up.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, it is only like that's a big vial.
Before he goes to that extreme, he just goes to check out Gunpowder first.
When he goes to the gun expo and he goes through the metal detector and like...
Gunpowder is just a caricature of a right-wing gun-toting human being.
When he goes through the fucking x-ray machine or the metal detector and Hill pulls out the gun and is like, oh, sorry, here. And your man's like, oh, nice piece.
Nice piece. On you go, sir.
And I was like, what the fuck are you jacking for then?
Yeah,
and it was like, I know it is this whole American gun culture which is just completely...
Not getting into it.
No, but it is completely foreign to us.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And it was like, ladies camo and shit like that. It was like, what?
Oh, there's the little kid with the sniper rifle.
Yeah.
It's
so bizarre to us. Dude, like,
oh, yeah. But Gunpowder talking about...
ranting in the room
Dakota Bob and how he's going to get into office and play straight out of the George Soros World Control playbook. And it's fucking hilarious. They're already
controlling it. You just don't realise. And white male privilege. And yeah, he's very much on that train.
Oh yeah, and I mean, Kripke said that this series
He's a Republican space ranger.
He is. Yes, he is. But
and he's going the full, you can have my guns when your prize made my cold dead 18-fingered hands.
Oh god, yeah, he is just pure...
I don't want to say redneck because I love rednecks, but he's this like real stereotypical...
He's American Judge Dredd.
Yeah. Because he does look a bit like Judge Dredd with the old like...
Oh, he's supposed to be a good
stuff like that,
kind of a Judge
but he
Dredd
also looks like one of the bad guys from Running Man.
Yeah,
the guy with the big mohawk who's like
in his
the
tiny
electric,
car.
Yeah, with the electric whip things.
In his tiny little car.
His tiny car.
I know.
He looks a bit like him too, but he's just this short, stocky.
I wouldn't call him short, but yeah.
Yeah, well, compared to Carl Urban, who's like 6'4".
True.
But he's like small, he's stocky, he's heavily armed, deranged. He's exactly who you want around children.
Yeah. But when Butcher goes to see him in the bathroom and...
Dear Lord! 3 shakes, that's enough, mate. You fucking nearly did yourself a mischief there. Like, that was violent. Even Butcher was like, damn, boy, like, what did it do to hurt you?
Maybe he's got a fully automatic penis. But yeah, when he goes and he is, I won't say it's the soft touch, but it's certainly a softer touch than we've seen with Butcher before.
Yeah, it's the softly catchy monkey.
Because he goes at him, and I mean, I suppose he knows he's got superpowers, but he goes at him and he's like, well, look, I was your biggest fan.
He doesn't have superpowers when he's...
No, when he goes at him, he knows Gunpowder has superpowers. So he's not going to
like
try and attack him.
Super aim?
From the scene in the car park, and only from that one shot with the magic bullet, I'm guessing that's supposed to be his specific power, is that he's like super good with...
That's a couple of them that have some sort of super aim thing going on.
Well, we said that's what we guessed it was with Eagle the Archer as well. But to be honest with you, he doesn't feel like much of a threat in that car park scene. So they have their hoo-ha in the bathroom where Butcher kind of tries to blackmail him and it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
And he just kind of lets him go.
Yeah, he misses him with the first headshot. And then, like, he gets him through the leg with a through and through in the calf.
And then I like that you didn't see where he was... You didn't see where he was coming from when Butcher's kind of running away from the car. You can't see him, and I was like, "Oh well, is that his thing?" Then he can just kind of constantly fire bullets.
He's He's like a real bad knockoff Deadshot.
But yeah, he's just even when Butcher's running around the car park, he never really feels like a big threat. And it's like, why? And until Butcher takes the V and goes back to see him later on, when they have
and starts pummeling on him.
Yeah, when they have a fist fight, then you see, okay, yeah, he's got feet, he can pick up and throw people around as well, but at that point it doesn't matter because Butcher's got feet too.
Yeah, Butcher's real mad.
Yeah,
you shot me!
Well, I think, yeah, Butcher just at that point knows there's no fucking around, because in between his 2 visits to Gunpowder, he goes back and he watches the video that Ryan sent him.
Oh my god, that video is so fucking sweet.
And that's another little sweet / heartbreaking moment in this episode.
It's just a voicemail, but he knows he needs to hear it.
Yeah, it's a voicemail that was left for
Ryan,
that he decided to make a little Lego video out of, and specifically for Butcher.
I just thought I could get a haircut and it's pulling the Lego hair off and putting a new one on.
Yeah.
It's so funny, but it's so fucking heartbreakingly sweet.
It really is.
Right in the feels.
And then after he's got it, you see, like, probably the most growth we've seen it forever from Butcher, because
he rings Hughie.
Does he ring Hughie or does Hughie ring him?
He rings Hughie.
He rings Hughie and basically
Hughie's
says...
having a bit of a freak out over what to do, and he's looking at the picture of him and Neuman. And he's like, oh, what do I do? And he hasn't told Butcher at this point. And I think he's kind of debating it. And Butcher rings him and is like, we were chasing something, but we're going to leave it because, you know, everything's good and Ryan's good.
You were right.
You were right about everybody just trying to have a life, you know, and I think I'm going to just leave it be because everything is good. And straight away he's like, Newman's a soup, she's the head popper. There's no hesitation.
No, I think there is hesitation. He stops and he thinks, fuck, you know, I think he does appreciate the importance of what Butcher has just said to him. But at the same time...
He can't really see past the nose on his face.
No, I think he just realises that, no, we need...
You. We need
you. We need the old
psycho.
Butcher. Yeah,
we tried to fight them. We thought we were doing the right thing.
We thought we were doing the right thing. It's all rigged.
Yeah, it's all rigged, and we need you and your unpredictability to actually affect some change.
I think as well, he's thinking of what Vic said to him in the last episode of, we're in peacetime. Yeah, Butcher's the guy you want on the front line in a war. He's just realised, oh no, yeah, we are in a war and we need Butcher.
Yeah.
We need Butcher. So he tells him, and then I'm guessing straight away, more or less, Butcher realises, right, well, this is fucking super serious now. Time to take that V and go find out what the fuck is going on with
time
Soldier
to
Boy.
level the playing field.
As he says in the trailer. So he goes off to have a chat with Gunpowder.
And what a chat does he have?
Yeah, after beating the ever-loving shit out of him. And I mean, that... At no point.
That's a good brawl too.
Yeah, even though,
and like he got when he's like squishing his jaw, and he's spitting teeth out, and he's like, "All right, I'll tell you."
But even though you don't see Butcher actually take the V, when he shows up to talk to Gunpowder and Gunpowder shoots him, I'm like, not for a second did I think that Butcher was dead or anything. It's like, oh, he's taking the V.
I thought he might have faked him out and had like a bulletproof vest on to be like, haha, it's a bulletproof vest, but real, and then had him shoot him again as like a fake out.
Because I would get up.
Yeah,
that would have been better. Nearly.
Yeah, like to have him get up and be like, haha, bulletproof vest.
So yeah, Gunpowder just shoots him again,
and then he gets up again.
Yeah,
I thought he would have done something like that just to really fuck with his head.
Yeah, that would have been fun, and that would definitely have been a Billy type move.
Yeah, it's a real dicky move.
I think maybe Billy's like, I don't have time to play around.
I'm just too mad about this.
Because he beats the shit out of him and is
mushes his face. He is actually going to let him go, though. I think he's learned enough. Like, he gave him the information. He's not really dangerous. He's just an idiot.
He's another washed up soup. He's just appearing at
he's doing this, spouting his
at
fucking
the VRA.
At the VRA. He's just doing his shit. But he's not really a big major threat or player or anything like that.
Just before he accidentally kills him, he is giving him a severe beat. Like, he's gotten the information about Mallory at that point.
He is caving his face in.
But he's like, I think I still have to. He's like, I'm gonna like maim you, but I won't actually kill you.
Yeah, you might still be breathing.
And then
when I'm done.
Then we find out that perhaps the V24 isn't quite as stable as.
No, I think it just kicked in. I just think he got so mad that it kicked in.
But yeah, that's it. Like, so it's one thing to get to be strong.
Know how it works.
Yeah, so the laser vision kicks in, and he done slices
everything.
Yeah, pretty much everything. But poor old Gunpowder's face and car gets sliced in half.
Yeah.
Not before he's given up information about Soldier Boy's death in Nicaragua in '84 and how he didn't see it. But if you want to know, ask the CIA. And Butcher's like, what now?
Yeah.
Excuse me? A baking powder?
When they weren't too busy with Iran-Contra.
Oh, the CRA are always keeping their fingers busy in many different pies, but this one was in Nicaragua, and they're...
because Nicaragua was the only country they were fucking with in the 80s.
Oh, no, that's my point. They had their fingers in many pies. But this particular pie, Grace Mallory had her fingers in as well. And Butcher was like, what?
Squeezy, which means for the entire time that he's been trying to take down Homelander, Mallory has retained information from him about something that is possibly strong enough to remove Homelander.
See, now, I reckon... Partly because of
some sort of cryo chamber thing.
Yeah, I reckon that it's not any kind of weapon that took down Soldier Boy. That he's
under the forest in Nicaragua somewhere.
Probably, yeah. BCL Red or whatever it was they referred to isn't a weapon. It's the containment cell he's locked in. We know because of a little bit of what we saw in the trailer and a little bit of info that came out before season 3 that Soldier Boy's not dead and he is held captive somewhere.
Yeah, well, so the trailer shows them letting him out of something. So I think the BCL Red is probably whatever that thing is.
So I can if that is the case, I can understand why Mallory wouldn't necessarily bring it up. There's only one and it's already got an occupant. We can't put Homelander in it.
Who's not going to be too happy if we take him out.
He was probably locked in there for a good reason to begin with. So, yeah. That's why I reckon Mallory hasn't told him, but that'll be interesting to see how she justifies it.
Butcher's reaction to that is going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
That's going to be a make it or break it moment.
And something else that we were tossing about, I think, in the VNN chat, was we said that it would be cool if Mallory had a long-standing nemesis ship with Soldier Boy, or if she was involved in Soldier Boy's past. I think we said maybe in Vietnam or something.
She definitely had a long-standing relationship with Vogelbaum. It'd be interesting to see if her and Edgar's relationship, from Edgar being a young whippersnapper in Vought, I would like to see something that maybe involving them and Payback. But
yeah, do you remember the way, I think it'll be similar to in the comics, where, except it's World War II in the comics, Mallory is head of just a unit of soldiers. Vought show up with the earliest version of Payback and say, here's some superheroes to work with you in the war. They fuck everything up.
Yeah,
and that's kind of why Mallory ends up starting the boys, is so that Vought can never get into military again. I think this might be similar. Back in the 80s, they teamed up together.
I reckon it's probably a CIA operation that Payback stumbled upon. And they were just like, fuck it, we'll just use them while they're here because it's good cover for us or whatever. Like the CIA probably were using them as their collateral cover. It wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be more in line with the comics where they're sent on a mission together, or Mallory's told, you have to take these superheroes on this mission.
Yeah.
They balls it all up, and that's Mallory's impetus to end up starting the boys.
No, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next episode.
I was just going to say, we could be completely wrong. We'll find out in the next episode, like we were about Red River. We were way off the mark on that one.
I still think there's something very sinister going on in Red River, that they are selectively fostering kids with potential for seeding within branches of the government and I still think that whole side of things is going
possibly
on.
And I also think it's probably just where
of course it is with Neuman.
But it's also probably there's people who never get adopted out of there and have horrible powers.
Oh god, yeah, no, I'm sure there's also ones who end up just going straight to Cedar Grove and into wellness centres and things like that, or like poor fucking bastard in Gecko working in the Yeah. Also, what was in that shampoo if his eye hadn't grown back?
Oh, no, come on. No, we're not going back. I think that we've covered just about everything except for Homelander's little speech at the end.
Oh, yay, that was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Don't you dare stop broadcasting, Roger.
That was fucking gas. Poor old Roger. I mean, if you were Roger, who would you go with? Ashley or Homelander?
Homelander.
You damn straight you would.
The one that can cut me in half here as opposed to the one that can fire me?
Yeah, the one that already heard the command that was given to me to stop rolling.
That Homelander's speech and that fuckhead Todd's reaction.
Todd. Well,
Todd was like, "This is for me."
On the edge of his seat.
Let me get myself comfortable. Let me get a pen and paper.
Finally, somebody telling it like it really is.
One hand on her.
No, that was a call to fucking incels and edgelords and dude bros everywhere.
Every person who has felt like oh, yous are all sheeple, and you don't. Every person who owns a fucking fedora,
uses the word sheeple,
has a broadsword, or says "milady."
Oh, I'd go even further. I'd say there's like all these dicks who are in white collar jobs and think like, oh, like look at Todd, for example. Like Todd is living a middle class existence. He's got himself like a steady girlfriend who has a child, and they have a little.
They have a nice house.
They have a nice house, a nice family unit together. He's got a good relationship with the girl's father.
Yeah.
But he's still looking at Homelander like, oh yeah, tell it like it is, Homelander. Yeah, I have been controlled my whole life and in my shitty job and my shitty life. It's like, no, dude, shut the fuck up, Todd. Cop yourself on.
You're a cis white male. You have like all the privilege.
Yeah, you have it so fucking good.
You're one of these people who probably has gone around now with an All Lives Matter flag, completely missing the point.
Yeah, he probably fucking is. And I think it's more Fight Club. I think it's more Edward Norton in Fight Club. All these people who are in white collar jobs. Or it's Michael Douglas in Falling Down.
Yeah.
I've been pushed too far and I'm going to take it out on the system. It's like, you've actually had fucking nothing against you.
Oh, you got stuck in traffic.
Yeah, like how many people missed the point of Fight Club and set up actual Fight Clubs and didn't realise you're not supposed to idolise Tyler Durden or the narrator.
Who is Tyler Durden?
But one of his well, yeah, but you're not supposed to idolise either of them.
No, they're all horrible.
Tyler Durden
people.
Is a horrible asshole, and Edward Norton's character, the narrator, is an easily manipulatable goofball.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he's naive and gullible. Yeah, and that's what I think is happening with Homelander's speech there, and Todd's reaction is it's like when Homelander was watching Taxi Driver. See, this is what happens. This is what happens when you push a good man too far. And he just feels like that's what he is, going on about how...
I am the only man in the sky. I am your hero.
Yeah, I am the hero. You guys, you're not the real heroes.
I'm better than you. I'm not like you at all.
And why wouldn't you want me to be?
I'm smarter than you. You need me to save you.
Yeah, and I mean, from what? That's the thing. From what does he think they need saving?
Themselves.
Yeah. But, woof, Homelander has really gone off the deep end this time.
Yeah, now in the next one he's going to be sporting a nice military outfit.
Do you think?
Yeah.
No, I was going to say,
the outfit's already quite militaristic. He's a couple of, he's a couple of snappy music numbers away from full, domination.
But I wonder what it's fairly obvious what the public response would be to it. I wonder what Vought's response will be.
I don't know, but I feel this.
Or what Homelander's response is going to be, because he, I know he said, I don't make mistakes, but he frequently does things like that and then immediately regrets them. So is this something, is he going to just freak out and fly off somewhere and hide?
I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. And any final thoughts on the episode?
Slow for an episode with a lot of stuff in it. There was a lot of heavy elements. It was
a heavy episode, but what was nice was it was heavy, but a lot of it was heartfelt and sweet.
Yeah, it was heavy, but for purpose. It wasn't just we're going to do all these horrible things and have them happen for no reason. This was, we're going to face some extremely difficult and taboo subjects to talk about, especially around MM's mental health.
Yeah.
And to see that being addressed head on in a very well framed, balanced, safe environment.
Yeah. But there was none of the mad, insane insanity of the last episode of looking straight in the eye of giant fucking penises or looking...
No. But it did,
you know what I mean?
Or
seeing a guy explode out of another guy.
One person explodes in this, and Payback gets, Thingy gets his head mashed in and then cut in half, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, no, it's not a super
And then there's obviously all
episode.
The photos from What's-Her-Face's file with everybody with their heads popped off. But it would have taken away from the magnitude of these emotional leaps that these characters are taking.
But it's
because honestly, Butcher's whole phone call, I was like, oh my god, you're there.
Yeah, you're
there. You've realised that what you're doing and your continued obsession is going to be detrimental. You can see it with MM. You've seen what chasing this has done to MM, and you don't want to do that, and now you need him.
But thankfully, MM is also going to be there.
Yeah,
but he's made to help along the way, because Monique has told him
permission to
this
go.
Is what you need to do.
Yeah.
But no, I did. I really liked that it was that much more of an emotional episode and much more character driven. And I think that season 2 was much the same, because that's the episode season 2, episode 2, is when Butcher comes back.
Yeah.
And it's all about the tension in the group. And
him finally telling
he finally admits at the end. And obviously that's where Kimiko meets back up with her brother.
Yeah.
So that was a much more heavily character-driven episode as well. Which means...
Season 3 is going to be... Or
episode 3 is going to be fucking madness because that's what they gave us last year.
It's going to be the collision of all the storylines.
Yeah, it was
opener
and catch-up.
Yeah.
Character-driven second episode. Absolutely insane madness and action for the third episode. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I think this episode they're going to end up in Nicaragua. They are going to find...
Soldier Boy.
They're going to let him out. Something's going to happen to the female. I just have a gut feeling that she's going to end up, because she seems to, in the trailer, she seems to take the full brunt of his initial
a blast.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
Kaboom.
And the dancing around in the hospital that we saw in the trailer,
it's
probably a coma sequence.
Yeah.
We can talk about that if and when it comes.
But yeah, no, by all accounts, episode 3 should be a fucking mad show.
It should be. And if you check back with us in 24 hours, guys, you will hear our reaction to episode 3. Thanks for joining us again. And we will be back roughly 24 hours from now.
25.
We'll do our best to edit this as quickly as possible. And in the meantime, if you want, you can check out some of our previous episodes or some of our movie reviews over on Mono Rants at the Movies. Or you can get in contact with us on Twitter at rantsmono or over on Instagram at monorants_the_boys. Otherwise, we'll catch you soon. Bye bye.
Slán.
We are Science Fiction Remnant.
This is the Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
We are the Caribbean Science Fiction Network.
We are Monorants.
We are One Accord Level 2 Podcast.
This is Sci-Fi.